I'm David, and I enjoy drinking great American whiskeys. I'm always trying to find my next favorite pour, but when I watch and read reviews, they're just too highfalutin and nonsensical to me. I mean, what does all this mean for the average Joe like me? I'm determined to learn what I can about different brands and how they differ, and what's the best value for the money. Many of these whiskeys I'm trying for the very first time. I'm here to present whiskey reviews for the rest of us. Join me here in my whiskey den. Hey everyone, it's David coming to you from my whiskey den today. We're going to talk a little bit about Weller Special Reserve. It's the green label Weller. Very hard to find wheated bourbon. So the Colonel here, Colonel Crawford's going to tell us a little bit about Weller Special Reserve and about Weller itself. So take it away, Colonel Crawford.
Now, son, we're going to talk about the Weller Special Reserve and the green label, now aren't we, boy? Since 1999, this fine Kentucky bourbon has been owned by the Sazerac Company. It's produced at the Buffalo Trace Distillery in Frankfort, Kentucky. Like all bourbons, Weller is distilled from a mash composed of at least 51% corn. But unlike other bourbons, instead of using rye for the secondary grain, Weller uses wheat. The bourbon was named after William LaRue Weller, who was alive in the 1800s. And Mr. Weller was a distiller in the early days of Kentucky. He was supposedly the first to produce straight bourbon using wheat instead of rye in the mash bill. And his great wheated bourbon was first produced in the year of our Lord 1849.
Thanks, Colonel Crawford. I appreciate all that good info. So, the Weller, hard to find, put out by the Buffalo Trace Distillery, part of Sazerac. And it's odd because out of the Buffalo Trace Distillery stuff, these whiskeys are so hard to find. Mike down in Texas told me on one of his comments he can find it with no problem. Here I would think it's impossible to find. Some of the larger liquor stores in the larger areas like Columbus, I haven't seen it. But then a buddy of mine in Mount Vernon, which is, it's a city, but it's not really a major city. He found this 1.75 liter bottle. He brought it over for me yesterday. I traded him a bottle of Buffalo Trace for this industrial size Weller. So, thanks. I really appreciate it. This bottle I found in Ashland, Ohio, at the Bueller's supermarket there back January, February. Fell in love with it. The thing that made me buy this, there we go. I gotta turn the labels. The thing that made me buy the Weller was that limit one per customer. So I'm like, limit one per customer, $25. I don't even think it was $25. Let me buy it. And tried it and I really liked it. So does it hold up? Thing is with doing these videos in the past month or so, month and a half, I've been trying a lot of bourbons, and there's videos I've deleted, so there's even more bourbons than what you see on my channel, because I realized those videos were kind of dull. So, but now in that, with that in mind, does the Weller hold up to my initial first taste? Inquiring minds want to know. So let's try it. And the Weller is really good. It doesn't have that, I don't want to say it, because I love different bourbons that have rye in the mash bill. But the wheat in this mash bill really elevates this whiskey, and it's one of those whiskeys that I don't exactly know how to say it. It's more refined than what you'd think it would be. It's a really nice whiskey. I still, my initial love for it hasn't diminished. According to the label, you're supposed to be tasting hints of caramel and honey. I don't really taste that stuff. You might, because your palate is different than mine and your nose works better than mine. It is a very delicate tasting bourbon. It's not harsh, even though it has that bit of a bite at the end. But, you're not going to be finding those hints of shoe leather when you try this and it hits your palate and it... Anywho, if you see it, get it. If it's between this and Maker's Mark, I love Maker's Mark. I'm going to be doing a video soon on Maker's Mark. I've been a Maker's Mark ambassador since 2005. I haven't taken advantage of that, but I'm planning on taking a trip hopefully soon to the distillery if I can, that's on the radar. But Weller, if you're going to have company over and it's between Maker's Mark or Weller, both are wheated bourbons, try the Weller. It's really good. This green label how do I say this? Their green label is their entry level whiskey. And for an entry level, this stuff is really good. I am dying to try their 12-year and their single cask and all that. But for an entry level bourbon, this really does it for me. Anyway, just keep that in mind, and I don't think you'll be steered wrong if you try it out. So with that in mind, I'm going to leave it at that before I start rambling like I usually do. I watch these videos just like you do, and I realize that I start rambling. I'm starting to ramble now, so I ain't going to do it. Not got that. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. So, until next time, it's David. Got the Colonel here, Colonel Crawford. Thanks for all your research and your help, Colonel Crawford. Right back at you. Alright, so, again, until next time, may your next pour be your best pour. And we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It would help me out a bit. And you'll be notified of future videos. So, talk to you soon. Take care.